You told God your dreams, and God told you to dream bigger. But be warned, your success gonna be somebody's trigger. And if you ain't heard my song Reverse, go check that out. Streaming on all platforms. But that was given to me by God a while ago, a long time ago, years ago. That when you become successful, that is going to trigger somebody. And little did you know that over time, that thing would manifest into a person literally changing their entire personality due to bitterness and jealousy and envy. It changed somebody over time. And literally, they're like a villain. Or maybe you're the villain in their story. Because how dare you become successful, do better, do more than what I said? It's almost in a way it was a little bit offensive. Now, for some of y'all, you have no idea the power you have tapped into. And I mean, superhero is the only word to describe you. You are a superhero. While maybe you don't know there's a super villain. Now, it could be spiritual, a spiritual villain. It could be an actual person who changed over time because of the bitterness that took root and set in. Who knows? But for you, you got some new powers that are very, let's just say you're like the only one who has them, okay? One of a kind. So we're going to be jumping into these vibes to see what's going on. Why is it even important for you to know that your success is somebody's trigger, and now over time there's some type of change? All right, kicking it off, center of the reading, we have, the King of Swords. Well, this might be the person. So it is, wow, this is what I'm getting. You guys are moving into a position where even in, like, let's say corporate America, or like in high ranking places, they've taken notice. Like, let's say, for example, you're a small business, right? You're just doing your little thing on TikTok, whatever. But then, boom, you go viral. Now you're selling out, and you're just a small business. Meanwhile, this is a whole corporation. And you know how small businesses these days, or TikToks, be taking off, or people who are on the internet, like they're kind of doing a lot and making a lot, to the point where now even the people in high positions are like, well, how can we get in on that? And so you're moving into a position where it's kind of like even people in authority have taken notice of you. Okay, think about Spider-Man. Now he's just a teenager, but he caught the attention of some very powerful villains. Okay, not to say this person is necessarily a villain. We're gonna see what it's crossed by to get a little bit more information. What is it crossed by? Oh, the Knight of Swords. See? You got people, I don't know if it's now, I don't know if it's going to be in the future. You got people who are going to be looking you up. Thorough investigations. Who is that? And usually when I get these two cards, because we've actually in readings had these two cards come up together before, when I get this together, to me, it's literally chain of command type energy. Like, hey, who was that over there? They shot those darts out of their ass. Who was that over there that saved the bus from going over the bridge? Whatever happened, whatever you did, take it how it applies. There was someone who had to, talk to the person like, hey, look that person up, reach out to that person, investigate that person, figure out who that person's dealing with, go look up their social media. Okay. For some of y'all, of course, you know how this go. It could be an ex. It could be people from the past. It could even be an old boss. Old co-workers, look them up now. They small business. What? Okay. Let's see what's going on in the deep root of things. The Four of Wands. All right. So for a lot of you guys, this was a relationship based thing where now it's like even people who are in positions of like power, who you've dealt with from the past. It's like your stability is a trigger. Some of y'all just bought a house, or you're going to buy a house. And it's like, well, when you was with me, you ain't had no house. You ain't had no house money back then. Where you get house from? That's a superpower. Okay, you're going to do something that was not supposed to be done. For some of you guys, it could be a big, huge, 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, something real nice on top of a hill or something, something extra special, something out of the ordinary is happening here. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more information. What was going on in the recent past with this energy, with this information? The Queen of Coins. Man, it's like two people who were in some type of relationship. So this was like a solid, it could have been at the time like a solid home foundation. Y'all lived together. And so maybe there was some type of separation, but while you were with this person, there was something that was hidden. Okay. This person didn't know you had these superpowers while y'all were together. Maybe this person was the breadwinner. This was the person who handled everything. But there was something, even though y'all were that close to each other, even though you were standing right next to this person, there was something about you that was hidden that came out after a separation that now the person can see or saw maybe a little while ago. And over time, this is why the change happened. Let's see. What's crowning this whole thing? The Two of Cups. Wow. You know what I'm getting? Do you know what I'm getting? This just changed everything. Collective, listen to this. For some of you guys, you changed a villain. Do you hear what I just said? I just got this right now. This is downloading right now, fresh off the brain. You changed a villain. Okay, and this Two of Cups card, she all, romantical. She like him and she ain't trying to hide it. Him, he really feeling her, but he trying to hide it, right? He ain't trying to be out here doing all that feelings and emotion stuff, right? So somebody's getting melted. The villain, like you're removing the villain in somebody. This is very interesting. This took a turn because for some of you guys, this is okay. Over time, it was shown that, you have these super abilities. You're a superpower person, right? But for some of you guys, from afar, you've been being looked at. Like, well, who was that superhero? Right? So in somebody else's eyes, take it symbolically, however it goes. Like, oh man, you got how many kids and you take care of all of them by yourself and still did this and still did that, or you built this and, whatever it is that you did. And it's like you may have over time changed someone. And you know what I'm also getting? It's you being solid over time. Does that make sense? You know how sometimes people be waiting for your mask to fall off and your mask never fall off and they realize, oh, you are who you say you are. Oh. And so over time, with you being solid and you presenting yourself as a truthful person walking in your authentic nature, this person over time felt like, well, man, that's real. So you know how some people be like, oh, you too good to be true. And so now it's like that mask is not there to fall off. And so now maybe someone else is saying, you know what, I want to take my mask off too. Anyway, let's see what we got coming up next 7 days for the collective as far as this vibe goes. The Three of Cups. Oh my goodness. Somebody wants to see you again. There's some type of reunion. But because it's like, okay, it's graduation season, it's prom season, it's all this stuff going on. And it's two people, obviously, who haven't seen each other in a long time. And it's kind of looking like it's going one way or the other. Either we're going to be a superhero and a villain, and it's going to turn into like that Superman type thing where the villain come and they tear up the whole neighborhood. Y'all going to tear up the whole party. Or the way that you've melted this person over time, the villain that they used to be will no longer be there. The Three of Cups is about everybody having a good time, there being a celebration, something to be happy about, good news coming together because something positive is happening. And maybe this is some type of happy reconciliation in the next 7 days, or some type of event where whoever this was, whether they were a villain, they became a villain over time, or they became less of a villain over time, The person who's been watching, the person who's been looking, it seems as though there's some type of information. And then too, it could even be pictures. Like you went to an event and you was in the background of some pictures and somebody somewhere was like, hey, wait a minute. I know them. So let's see what the fear is. The fear is the World card. 21. The end of the major arcana. So there is some type of glow up. There's some type, or this is the fear of somebody like that. There's some type of glow up. There's some type of finishing of a cycle, being done with something and it being exposed. Like once you are this superhero, they saw you, they took the pictures. Yep. The mask fell off and it was you, like Spider-Man, the mask come off and it's like, oh, that's who it is. Your true identity is being revealed. And it's like, maybe somebody feels like, I don't want it to be the same time that I'm figuring it out. Not when you were standing right next to me. All right. So maybe somebody's fear is being over and done. And also what I'm getting for some of you guys, a chapter of your life is completing where you'll, like, your comfort zone is, I'm seeing an infant or a toddler, very little toddler. You know those playpens where you can't get out? And it's like, that's what some of you guys' comfort zone has been. It's been your little playpen. And now you're about to get your cape and you can fly anywhere, right? And so the transition between your safe little playpen and you flying all over. Now you outside. That can be a little scary, but it's over. That's over. You are a superhero now. And so you must fulfill your duties. You dig? So let's see what you look like from the outside looking in. Oh, the 5 of Swords. You know what? Somebody wants your forgiveness. And you do forgive. Don't get it twisted. You ain't walking around here with no black heart. But what you look like is you're really considering an unfair deal. The 5 of Swords is, I've told y'all the story before this card, where she's used a friend for everything she had and didn't even think to compensate her for it, even though she was compensated for it, right? She said, hey, I need you to go to this show with me. I need you to do this show. The girl said, okay, cool. She went and got a new wig. She went and bought a new outfit. She drove to the venue. She sang her heart out. She broke a heel. She sweated her lace front off. At the end of the show, her friend collected $2,500. And the friend was like, man, you ain't tell me we was getting paid. And she's like, you ain't getting paid. I'm getting paid. I'm like, man, but I just did all that for you. I'm like, I ain't tell you to. I just said, come sing. And so now she's sitting there thinking like, man, that's messed up. Fast forward to the future, you doing even better than that person. And so now that person may see you at an event and it's like, man, I got so much love and respect for you. It's funny how people get love and respect for you after you pick yourself up and dust yourself off. Kind of like not in their face, but it's just like it's unexpected. It's like, I didn't expect you. I thought you was always going to be the fool. I thought you was going to always be beneath me. I thought I was always going to have the upper hand. I thought I was always going to be in a better position. But man, after time has gone, you got yourself together. You solid, been solid. So you look like you remember too, like with some things. Like, look at this woman. Look how she's standing. Do it look like she forgot? Like, nah, I remember what you did. I'm still standing here looking good. Superpower, suited up, caped up. Like, imagine somebody do you dirty and you come back looking like that. Wow. Let's see what the hope is. Ooh, the Ace of Swords. When I just talking about truth and authentic self. So some of y'all ready to just bust out and just come out with your cape on already. Like, God, man, can I get my cape already? Like, I'm ready to show the world who I really am, what I can really do. If some of y'all could really just bust out and break out and you didn't care what people think because you could shoot lasers out your eyes, or like Spider-Man, you could shoot webs from your hands and fly with them. Like, you know what I mean? You could capture bad guys with them things. Like, some of y'all really that weird. Like, I wish I could just rip my mask off and everybody know, yeah, that's right. I'm Spider-Man. It's me. Some of y'all wish y'all could. But in a way, you're about to. Some way, somehow, your spiritual cape will show you about to do something miraculous. You about to do something heroic. Whether it's you saved yourself, you saved your family from a generational curse, you broke something that was binding you. You broke out of those chains. You was bound up. You know how I go in the movies? It looked like it's over with, and then all of a sudden they do something superhero like. And they get out of it, and they destroy the bad guy, and they save all the people. Okay, this is what you're hoping for. And you're going to do that symbolically by just being who you truly, authentically are. Using your gifts, your skills, your talents. Those are your weapons. Okay, those are your tools. So let's see next 30 days when it comes to this vibe. Ooh, I knew I was talking about how these people was going to be turning into villains, and I was going to say, and I thought it was going to turn into a love reading and somebody was going to be happy. I knew this was going to happen. And this is symbolic. Let me just break down. First of all, I'm going to start with the card. It was the devil. I knew it. Because it was too good. It was getting too sweet. Oh, we're sorry. Oh, we got respect for you now. But don't you know, I'm hearing yum, yum. Eat them up. Eat them up. You eating them up. And that's triggering. Because it's like, remember I said, you look like you remember. And so do other people. They know they had they was following orders. Look at those blueprints and those plans that the devil had. The devil be using people. And your success gonna be somebody's trigger. The devil's trigger, the forces of darkness using people. And what I'm saying is, you popping out like this, you becoming this, you staying like that. You're not reverting back to, I'm just gonna go back to my playpen and just play it small. No, you bust out, you're the superhero, and you're not making yourself small again. And over time, you staying like that. It's like the devil keeps sitting there talking to somebody like, hello? Don't you know I got a plan? That's something that you can do to bring that back down to the size that you want it to be? Presenting these plans. And what did I say next 7 days? 3 of Cups, some type of party, some type of, event coming up. And it looks so sweet on the surface. It looks so good. Oh, how are you? Oh, give me a hug. It's been so long. Oh, you look great. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so glad everything worked out for you. Meanwhile, where did the devil come from? But you was already on game. Some of y'all been praying, you've been meditating, and God has his spiritual protection all over you. So no matter what happens, what comes up, you're already caped up. So you don't have to worry about being caught off guard. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, somebody spiritually slipped something on me. It's not going to work. It's kind of like, let me give you an example. Okay, I'm going to walk over there and I'm going to, like, think about if it's a movie, Spider-Man, and the villain is there. He's at the party, and it's like, I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to trip them so they fall. But you're walking, and like your system boot up, and it's like, do, and you see that this is what they're about to do, so you do something to catch it beforehand, and they end up tripping and falling and spilling all the punch on their face. And they look up at you, and you standing there looking like her. And that's like, oh, snap. This not the person they was before. They got tricks. And so, man, y'all gonna have to take this how it applies. I'm gonna just go ahead and see what's on the bottom of the deck, and we're gonna wrap it up. The High Priestess. I told you. You intuitively know your spiritual game is too on point. God already told you. Your success gonna be somebody's trigger. So you're already ready. You're already prayed up. You already know this. You already know what's gonna happen before it happens. So you're not gonna even let it happen. Wow. This thing took a turn. That was like a exciting little roller coaster. Oh, and that's what I said. Remember I said earlier, this is symbolic. Let me tell you what I mean by that. It looked like it was all good. Like, oh, look, they trying to pretend like they don't like you. It was 2 of Cups. It was 3 of Cups. Like, it was so much going on in terms of happy-go-lucky and good feelings and good vibes. And now all of a sudden it took a turn. And this is what's being told to you as far as bringing people back into your life who don't necessarily need to be there, people who you've gotten over, people who you've moved on from. It ain't really the time for reconciliation, because it seems as though those reconciliations are coming with plans who the devil is using as a villain. I'm going to just say it like this. You never know who been collecting salty, bitter feelings towards you because you rose up. So you're going to have to stand on guard at this time and protect everything you got. Because even though you're on guard, it's some stuff you don't even want to deal with right now. You got better things to do. You got other superhero duties to tend to, right? Woo, superheroes and villains. It's about to all be revealed. So that's what I give you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow my other social medias, and let me know in the comment section how this resonates with you. I'll see y'all in the next reading.